Do it. Them guys don't understand. They do that on the club level fight. Opponents, they say, y'all don't want to get knocked out by this guy, so I'm gonna come in heavy. They're gonna need to fight because they gotta take the fight because they can kind of get the numbers. That's what they do on the lower end. But now they splitting the strip and doing it on the high end. You know what I'm saying? So that practice, you gonna start seeing that a lot now. But how we doing it now?
Tank does that, to get an eyebrow out of people. Like, you know how the Rock, when he put the eyebrow out, and he did get it. That's just like...
GervontaDavis is facing some serious challenges, and the man who helped shape his career, Calvin Ford, believes he's not prepared for a rematch with Lamont Roach, which is a major red flag. Ford has been with Tank since his childhood, helping him become one of the most dangerous knockout fighters in the sport, but now he's no longer in Tank's corner, and we're starting to see weaknesses in Tank's performance.
Something is definitely going on between Calvin Ford and GervontaDavis. Now, we all seen that knockdown in the 9th round, but what you probably didn't see is what happened after that in between rounds. Check this out.
You gotta calm down, listen to me. Hey, come on now.
Coach Barry Hunter trained Tank for this fight with Lamont Roach, not Calvin Ford. A lot of people were saying that this performance has something to do with that. So, is something really going on between Calvin Ford and Tank Davis? Check out what Tank had to say.
No, I wasn't really paying attention to the crowd. You know what I mean? I was more so... It's something we gotta work on in the corner, for sure.
Ever since Calvin Ford stepped away, Tank has been struggling. He got exposed in the fight and was lucky to walk away with a draw against Roach. And let's be honest, that draw was more than generous. Many fans, boxing legends, and analysts agree that Roach was the true winner of the fight. Now, with a rematch on the horizon, Calvin Ford is opening up about why Tank might not be ready, and surprisingly, it's not about his training.
Let me explain something to you. Tank don't look at me as coach, he look at me as dad. Do it look like his son supposed to be taking your dad? I don't even feel right. Y'all hear this time? Tank don't pay his coach. Tank gives me anything I want.
Right.
But I'm a man at the end of the day. And I'm a hustler.
Right.
Second and foremost, I came from that cloth. You know what I'm saying? He watched me lose my house, my wife, my family. He watched me do it. It's bigger than boxing.
Right.
Boxing is just a web.
This goes beyond boxing. There's clearly been a change in the relationship between Tank and Ford, and it's starting to look like tension is building between them. Ford wasn't just his coach, he was more like a father who took Tank from nothing and helped shape him into a star, staying by his side through every high and low.
Well, let me ask you this. I was just talking to her. What if she told me that you beat the piss out of her and you jumped on top of her and started punching her in the face? Should I just go ahead and take that?
Okay, but don't you know?
It's your side of the story. Give your side.
You just talking to her though.
Yes.
With the information that she gave you, can't she tell you?
You want me to just take everything she says?
I'm not from
Okay,
here.
but you want me to just take everything she says
all
as
I'm
fact?
just saying is I'm not from here. I don't know her exact address.
Okay, that's fine.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not asking for her exact address.
She's saying you hit her. She does have a mark on her lip, and it's under.
I have a mark right here.
Did she hit you?
Turn around.
For battery.
Turn around.
Domestic violence.
Put your hands behind your box. What's his first name?
Gervonta.
Gervonta.
For the first time, Ford isn't by Tank's side. So why did this happen? According to sources, Tank's behavior outside the ring played a big role. While his past run-ins with the law are well known, it seems that his recent attitude toward boxing was the final straw.
It's been to the streets. I know you ain't focused. Tighten up.
That's why I got everybody out of there. That's why I got everybody out of there. Can they see my page now?
Better
Can they
tighten
see my
up.
page now?
Tank has been talking about retiring, calling boxing boring, and saying he doesn't even want to fight anymore. How can you train someone who doesn't even want to be in the ring? But that's not all. Word is Tank was caught smoking during training camp, and that was the breaking point for Ford.
Gervonta Tank Davis got the entire boxing world in a frenzy right now. People don't know what to do. He dropping workout videos. He only weigh 139 pounds, 2 months out from the fight. Motherfuckers like, yo, it's over. Tank Davis is in shape. He gonna kill Lamont Roach. Oh shit, he might get suspended because he's smoking on the weed. Niggas don't know what to do right now, bro. And it's funny to watch. Let me tell you something, man, about the little weed video or whatever. Number one, we don't know what was in the joint. Could be weed, could be tobacco, could be something else. Number two, you don't know when the video was taken, so that could have been months ago. And number three, whatever it was, that shit probably got out of his system in 2.2 seconds because that man didn't hit shit. He puffed on that shit and started breathing out immediately, bro. My real weed smokers know. That's why the smoke was so white, bro. When you actually hit that shit and breathe it in and get it in your lungs to actually get high, the smoke don't come out that white, bro. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I think the shit.
Calvin Ford has spent his entire life shaping Tank into a world-class fighter, only for Tank to show up to camp not taking things seriously. They had a huge argument, and that's when Ford decided to walk away.
Bro, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. If you don't know me as a person, let's say you don't like me. You don't know me. You feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Kim. If everybody including Will, I mean, Will. Fuck.
Tank, question for you. You're a proud father?
Of course, Tank tried to brush it off, saying Calvin left for personal reasons. But let's be real, Ford has been with Tank for decades. He's not just going to walk away over something as simple as that.
How do you assess his power after being in there for 12?
He got decent power. He got decent power for sure. I ain't gonna say it's exaggerated. I told you I got a chin. I ain't going like that. It's just not gonna happen. But like I said, I see why he knocked people out, and I think he felt my power too. Like, I think that's what negated a lot of his shots. And once I took his best shot, I was like, oh yeah, it's time to roll. Like I said, I knew I had a chin. I mean, I spar guys that were like junior middleweights, like current champions that was at that weight. So I know I can take a punch. He's twitchy in there. Like I do see why he knocked people out. I mean, like being up close and personal, obviously I seen it on the TV like that, but I understand why he knocked people out. I'm not going to tell y'all because y'all going to.
There's a lot more to this story, and based on how Ford is now talking about Tank's readiness for the rematch, it's clear he's lost faith in him. We can also tell how Tank really feels about Ford now.
Honestly, that's how I train. I feel like one of my strong points is exchanging in the pocket. I have a very good eye, very good defense. I'm able to counter and return shots, and I think that's what I did very well. And honestly, I landed some of the bigger shots.
Honestly, Ford may be right. The rematch with Roach might not be a good move for Tank. People always hype up Tank's power and his knockout ability as a standout feature, but Roach proved he can handle Tank's punches.
I could have stopped him. It's me. Definitely my fault. It's all right. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. I definitely could have. That was on me too. That was on me for sure. Cause I ain't pick it up when I supposed to pick it up, and I could have definitely did more. Just a lot going on, but again, it was myself, you know. But gotta go to the gym and get back to the drawing board and train a little harder.
That alone makes this rematch very risky. If Tank can't count on knocking Roach out, what else does he really have?
Oh, and that right, but Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roach leading with right. He took a knee. He took a knee. What was he doing? He forgot his. It's got to be a knock. What in the world is happening?
He took a knee. He's got to count.
Yeah, listen to me. I understand. You take a knee like that, that looks like a knockdown. All right? Back up.
That alone makes this rematch very risky. If Tank can't count on knocking Roach out, what else does he really have?
Hopefully the commission gets this right. It was a bummer not being declared the winner on a technicality that could be righted. That wrong could be righted, obviously, in different ways, in different facets.
And we can't overlook what happened in the 9th round. That's the moment everyone's focused on. The moment that should have guaranteed Roach's win.
I already signed. My first contract is signed for an immediate rematch in the case of a draw or if I win. So I'm already contractually signed to a rematch. It's on him. I hope we can get it done because I want to show the world again that wasn't.
Tank clearly took a knee, no question about it. The referee missed it, and the fight kept going. Now, the boxing commission is looking into it. If they change the outcome, Tank's perfect record is gone, his reputation takes a major blow, and Roach would become the new champion.
Clearly in there, man. I thought I won. I thought I did enough to get the victory over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate true boxing media. Some guys that didn't count me out. So that's just how I feel, man. I think I won. And I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to dance.
If that happens, the rematch won't just be about getting back at Roach. It'll be Tank's chance to take back what he's lost.
Lamont, you've now shown the world the formula to how to beat Tank Davis.
Maybe not. I mean, I'm me. I don't think a lot of guys possess the same skills that I have. If they go in there and try to fight like me, they might not.
The worst part is, Roach now knows he can beat Tank. He's proven he can take Tank's best shots, and he's aware that Tank struggles when his power doesn't make the difference.
That's why I don't want boxing more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me, West, so I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have 2 girls, 2 daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more humble and things like that.
When the rematch takes place, Roach won't be seen as the underdog. He'll be the one who has already proven he can defeat Tank.
Stop head hunt. That's how you get the head. I need this 10th, 11th, and 12th. On the unofficial, he's down. Okay. He say unofficial. On the unofficial. I gotta be honest with you. That's what you want. You want from me. Hey, that's what you want from me. You don't want nobody lying to you. I'm 100 with you. He said on the unofficial, not the real card here. Keep picking your shots. You took that round off here. That's my job. I'm 100 with you. Well, that was faster.
That's a dangerous mindset for any fighter, especially with Tank's mental state already looking shaky.
Tank Davis, bad dude. See, what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. Back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer, George was a puncher, Ernest Shavers was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights to the level of his competition. He
Yes,
was doing that a lot.
and he gotta be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you gotta be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you gotta be careful of. Other than that, Tank is a really good.
Things get even worse for Tank here. He's no longer surrounded by the same people who helped him get to the top. When the fight gets tough, who's going to be in his corner with the right advice? Who's going to guide him through the challenges? Not Floyd, not Calvin.
The New York State Athletic Commission makes a statement yesterday that they're going to be reviewing Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach, 9th round, knockdown, not a knockdown, whatever, to see what the final ruling on their part is going to be. New York State Athletic Commission has been busy. The Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia shit, now Tank Davis, Lamont Roach. We'll see what they decide in this situation. I think ultimately with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, they made the correct decision, overturning Ryan Garcia's victory. We'll see what they decide here with Tank Davis and Lamont Roach. Me, myself, personally, I think that it's a very tricky situation, and it deserves a full video, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get all my thoughts out in this video, but I do want to ask everyone watching this video, what do you think? Do you think they should overturn the decision and award Lamont Roach the victory? Do you think because of all the controversy, they should throw the draw out and declare the no contest? Do you think they should do nothing? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'll give mine in another video, but New York State Athletic Commission reviewing the Tank Davis, Lamont Roach 9th round controversy. Let me know your thoughts. See you soon.
If Roach fights like he did the first time, Tank is going to need all the support he can get. But this isn't just about the fight. It's about Tank's downfall. Since leaving Mayweather Promotions, his career has been on a decline. If Tank loses this rematch, everything changes. No more undefeated record. No more being viewed as boxing's most dangerous puncher. The scary part is, that loss could happen even before the rematch. If the commission overturns the draw and declares Roach the winner, Tank won't even be the champion going into the rematch. He'll be stepping into the ring as the challenger, something he's never faced before.
Shakur, did you think it was a draw?
No.
I thought Lamont won. Who you thought won?
Lamont.
You thought Lamont won? By how many rounds?
I don't know.
You still want the Tank Davis fight?
So what?
You still want the Tank Davis fight? What went wrong? What went wrong?
This whole situation has been nothing short of embarrassing for Tank. Now, all his biggest rivals are stepping up to take shots at him.
You recently spoke out on IG Live, and I don't know where you were, but you were talking about Tank, and you know he just beat Ryan Garcia, and you said that you would expose Tank.
Damn, I was on IG Live with that.
I think it was IG Live or a Fight Hype video, one of them.
I feel as though with anybody, I feel like I'm a bad motherfucker. Like I feel like I'm the best fighter in the sport of boxing. So I think these dudes is great fighters, but I just feel like when they come down to me, I don't like nobody could beat me. They all could get it.
Then there's Ryan Garcia, the guy Tank knocked out. Now, Ryan is all over social media mocking Tank for struggling against Roach.
That was a knockdown, without a doubt. You can't spin it no other way. It's too clear. And I think the commission needs to do something about it because it can give me an incentive, anytime I'm not feeling good in a fight, take a knee.
Well, they said
and that's not a shot at Tank. I respect Tank and I like Tank a lot, but you can't do that.
They reversed the result of your fight.
Yeah.
Should they reverse the result of that fight as well?
Just depends. Like if that changes the whole fight, if that gives Roach a victory, give him the victory. That's how you keep the integrity of the sport, right? That's why they suspended me, right, to keep the integrity of the sport. So I feel like if you're gonna do it to me, you got to do it to everyone.
And then there's Terrence Crawford, who typically stays out of drama, but even he couldn't resist taking shots at Tank. That's a wrap for today's video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click the bell so you never miss our upcoming content. Share your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.